Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a beef tripe stew. Yeah, that's what we're making with sauteed veggies and white rice. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. Please hit the subscribe button and let's do this. So the first thing we're going to do is parboil our tripe. This takes forever to cook. In fact, let me say this whole stew took 2 days because, well, I had time, one, and two, I wanted everything to really be perfect and soft. So the first thing I'm doing is the pre-boil. I usually boil my tripe twice. So after washing extensively, I boil with hot water and, well, obviously hot water and salt for at least 20 minutes, then rinse out, and then I do the actual parboiling now, where I'm putting in seasoning, curries, pepper, um ginger, garlic. You guys saw me pounding ginger, garlic. I'm not sure I'm going to do it again because unless there's no light, no generator, no solar. Because yes, I love the texture that it gives the ginger and the garlic, but there's a reason why they made a blender. You could do a rough chop. Guy, I beg, are you going to survive this life? No, pounding, no. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. But it gives, like, for certain meals, it gives a certain flavor and texture. But as a first choice, it's not mine. So I'm going to start boiling. This went on for at least 2 hours. I was boiling this meat and adding water, kept checking it, kept checking the tenderization of the meat. All right. And then I wanted this to be so soft that even like a blunt part of the spoon could cut into it. So I kept adding water and adding water and adding water. So the next thing we're going to do is parboil our rice, cook our rice, and then the sauteed veggies are going to be the last thing. All right. So I'm using raw local rice, our local Nigerian rice, parboiled meat that I left frozen in the freezer, packs of pepper. As you guys know, I always freeze my pepper, onions, chopped carrots, cucumber, cabbage, basically any veggie you have at home. It's not like a particular stir fry or anything. I'm just stir frying all the veggies I have in my fridge so that they don't spoil. And this is another way for you to get, especially toddlers, to eat veggies. When you season them, they are all for it. I have a whole video on parboiling and cooking white rice, so I'm not going to go deep into that. The next thing we're going to do is fry our sauce. I'm going to deep fry our onions, make sure they are well fried, like dry fried, to season the oil with a little bit of seasoning. And then I'm going to add in our pepper. Our pepper is going to cook. Most of these parts I kind of skip because I have extensive videos on them, and I feel like it will be boring if every time I'm showing you step by step of how I fry pepper, so I just limit it to the highlights. Okay, so this is actually in the evening. I'm just frying this, and then I'm going to like finish off the next day. So what I'm going to do now is ignore the noodles totally on the other side. You guys know I always try to do like 1 million things at a time. I never enter the kitchen to cook one meal. I just feel like it's a waste of time. So I want to just like do as much as I can, so that when I'm washing up, I know I'm washing up and I'm done. So our stew is boiling. It's boiling in oil. I didn't bother to fry the peppers beforehand, so I'm going to do everything at the same time. And this is also because I'm not frying the tripe, so there's no point. Okay, so now I'm going to add, our pepper has boiled at least for like 30 minutes. So now I'm going to add our tripe, and why I'm adding it this early is because I want the tripe to cook extensively with the sauce, like extensively. So I'm going to keep adding water to this and making sure that it cooks well and it cooks properly. Okay, so that's basically it. Now this has been boiling for an hour. That's in addition to the 30 minutes that the stew already boiled before I added water. I'm adding beef seasoning. I'm adding a little bit of curry, a little bit of yaji. The pepper has already cooked together with the meat stock. so I don't see the point of over seasoning it. So I'm just going a little bit in just to make sure that the taste is right. And then I'm going to keep letting this boil. I'm going to let this boil and then just thicken up a little bit. Is this stew is not really supposed to be like dry fried, so you're not going to get that thickness, but it's going to be have a little bit of nice consistency. Our rice is done. Our stew too is set. As you can see, the oil was just right, it wasn't too much. Now I'm going to saute the vegetables. I chopped up everything, just a rough chop, nothing too spectacular. Just the onions, our cabbage, our carrots, whatever. You can add green peppers, red peppers, whatever you have in the house. Green, I wanted green beans, but I didn't get green beans at the market, so I just didn't bother. So all you're going to do is just season this lightly. If you're pairing this with a heavily spiced sauce or stew, then you don't want to over season this, and you don't want to also you don't want to let it get too oily. It's still a veggie, so the oil is just to ensure that nothing sticks to the pan. And then the veggies I'm using have high water content, so I don't really have to worry about that as such. Okay, so just a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of spice, and then I'm going to add yaji for that zinzi and spice kick. I'm going to add a little bit of yaji, and then we're done. I'm going to just incorporate this totally, and then I'm going to let it heat up a bit. And because the water content is reducing, you notice that our cabbage is also reducing a little bit, even though I didn't use the whole cabbage. So that's that. Our stir fry is done. Sauteed vegetables, check. White rice, check. Tripe stew, check. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, guys. I mean, this looks good, right? Thank you so much. Please encourage me, subscribe. I love you.